Hello, Internet. Welcome back to another episode of No Reverts, where we are playing through KSP 2, their mission game mode. They have like a mission mode and a sandbox mode, but we're going to go through. It's really similar to the science mode of KSP 1. Today's missions, we are looking to go into just a simple orbit around Kerbin. Excuse me. Also, one of the secondary missions is to just land in the water. So I actually did that very unintentionally on this little quick launch here. But simple rocket, kind of boring content, but that's okay. Pretty game, as I said in previous videos. So we're going to orbit right now, but if I just did that mission, then this video would be just a couple minutes long. Here we are, completing our orbit, making sure that we don't fall back into the atmosphere. But after this, we're going to start approaching the Mun, which is very exciting. We're not going to be doing any landing today, but we're just going to try to establish an orbit. You'll see that when I head back to the mission control. But yeah, it's been 90 seconds, and we're already coming back from completing the first primary mission, which is just completing an orbit. In the meantime, I'm interested in what you, the viewer, are hoping to see out of this series, because there's a few different routes I could take. There we are, getting our science from those two missions, and there's Mun or Bust, excuse me. We just need to complete a circularization, an orbit around it. But now we're getting to a part of the game where these secondary missions are getting a little bit minuscule, things that I might not be super interested in, that might also not be interesting to you. So I'm going to focus on the primary missions here, and then down the line we'll try and complete all of the missions. But they're just not as exciting to me. But here we are building our... Oh, no, this is a moon lander. Is that the mission? I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Essentially, though, there's a few things I want to talk to you guys about, because this is the third episode. I just kind of started posting things. But I got some decent viewership for the first couple videos, and we're talking about like 100 views, which I was not expecting to get, and a handful of subscribers. So shout out to my first like 8 subscribers. If you're watching, leave a comment so I know who you are. You know, interested to see what you guys are kind of that's kind of what I'm looking to talk about. I'm interested to see what you guys are wanting to get out of this series, so that as I'm continuing to edit these episodes, you know, if you want me to talk more through my thought process on building, then I could maybe not speed up the building part so much. Or if you just like seeing the missions, then I could even maybe omit some of the building. Just to focus, because the content's going to start getting longer as we do these bigger missions, especially as we start exploring Duna and different planets. It's going to get longer. But if you guys are interested in that longer content, kind of seeing things in whole, leave a comment. Let me know kind of what you enjoy about these couple of videos. Again, this is only the third episode, which means there's a lot more to come, and so we can kind of cater to what people like. Because I'm open to... I'm just looking to play the game. Oh, I also, with this mission, it failed. I didn't get even into orbit. I realized I just didn't have enough oomph. While my Delta V, theoretically, was good enough, that was not good enough. So here we are back, building our little Mun Explorer. Back to the topic, yeah, just leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on kind of what you enjoy about these videos, if you do. If you don't enjoy them, I'll take your non-comment as you not enjoying it. We'll just leave it that way. Or you can let me know. I don't really care. Also, another thing is, when I get to the submission screen, I kind of skip through it. So if you're like, nah, I'd like to see what it says, let me know, and I can slow that part down. So enough about that. So yeah, now we're just trying to explore the Mun. Like I said, this episode we're not going to be landing, and so these two clips here is me just failing, and I decided to keep that in just to show that, you know, I'm not good at this game. You're part of the journey here, you know. So we splash down again, still trying to get to the Mun, and here's my new rocket. And again, let me know if you want me to slow down in these parts when I actually get to the rocket that completes the mission, and I can comment kind of more on what I think makes it work. Again, I am not a rocket scientist. I am not a pro, so it's just the theory of why I think it works. But yeah, I'm just making sure that my launch assembly is correct, and that I have enough delta V and enough thrust weight ratio, I suppose. But we're up, and this is looking more promising. I think the problem with the last one is I put some of those smaller engines on too early, whereas I need these engines that have more oomph and more power behind them to really get me into that orbit before I start aiming at the Mun. So I think the last rocket, I had a smaller engine at this stage, whereas I needed it a little later. For example, right there, boom. So this is going to get us in orbit. Also, I think I've already filmed the next couple episodes. I need to do the voiceover. So what I'm not the biggest fan of is I think I'm gonna omit the music. I'll keep the sound effects, but maybe I'll put my own like background music. But just because obviously you can tell like I'm speeding some things up, I'm slowing things down, and that's kind of evident into the music editing, or like the change in speed and tempo or whatever. But here we are. We've approached the Mun. We have created orbit, but I want to lower my apoapsis a little bit, just for the sake of it. Oh, also another thing we're completing today is a spacewalking secondary mission, which I need to get back into a Kerbin orbit to do that. But yeah, we've approached the Mun. Not landing yet. That's going to be next episode. So tune in next time. But yeah, if you're enjoying the series, make sure to subscribe. You can click that bell so you can get notified of when the next episodes come out. And yeah, leave a comment of also, you know, if there's any other type of series that you're interested in with this game. There's only, I mean, I'm if you check out my Instagram, I'm starting to not compete, but take part in the weekly challenges that the actual KSP game creators are putting out on their social media. There was one that was just the cutest rocket, so I built like what I attempted to be a dog. So check out my Instagram. There's gonna be a QR code at the end of this, or you can just look me up, Kerbal Explorer, on Instagram. But there, we're back. Bada bing, bada boom. We made it, finally. Kind of a long mission. Didn't need to be this long, because I'm just bad at the game. But we made it. We're submitting our science, and we're going to be up to a couple hundred. And then we can start preparing for the big mission, which will be actually landing on the Mun, getting all that science. And another part of it, too, is we need to land on a mare, plant a flag on a mare, which is kind of the flatter regions, the darker spots on the moon. The lowlands is what they call it. So we're going to complete that next episode. Make sure to tune in. Thank you for watching. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm interested in what you guys are wanting to see. And yeah, follow me.